Hello, Astro family. Buckle up. We're talking about the full moon in Aquarius. And if you've been with us since last year, you know that the full moon in Aquarius last year rocked so many people. This year, we have some really potent energy. So I'm going to try to break this down as simple as possible. You can follow along with your birth chart. And I'm going to give you like just an energetic overview. Most of the time, I kind of go through like all the individual aspects and what they mean and like paint a whole story. But honestly, this is just so complex. The best way I can do it is just give you the vibe and help you understand that if chaos happens or changes or things happen in your life, like it's all for a reason. It's all meant to be. So essentially this full moon is going to happen overnight. So Friday night into Saturday morning around 3:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So technically Saturday early morning. Now it's going to be happening when the sun is 17 days into Leo season and the moon is going to be at 17 degrees of Aquarius. Now you might see some people say 16 degrees or 17 degrees because it's right there at the cusp at the beginning of 17 degrees. So look in your chart. Do you have anything at 16, 17 degrees of Aquarius or Leo? So this is where the actual full moon is happening, okay? Now, why this is such a crazy full moon is based on everything else that's going on. So the moon is big and bright and illuminated, right, as a full moon in the zodiac energy of Aquarius. Guess who else is in Aquarius? Well, it's Pluto. And Pluto brings transformation. This is now where he's going to be hanging out for the next 20 years. So every full moon in Aquarius for 20 years is going to be embracing that Plutonian energy, activating the area of your life that is undergoing a massive transformation, where you're going to feel like things are being dredged up, things are being revealed, things are being taken away, things are dying off so that you can be rebirthed. So it's going to be a potent new and full moon for the next 20 years during that Aquarius energy. So that being said, we have in the sky, you guys hear me talk about oppositions, conjunctions, sextiles, trines, like all the different aspects. So how the planets are communicating with each other. This full moon, we actually have a really, really unique aspect, and it's called a kite formation. So that is potent. Kite formations essentially happen, and you can kind of see it in the picture here, but I'm going to draw it out for you. A kite formation happens when we have a planet in opposition. So you can see here that we have this bright red line with Saturn and Neptune opposite Mars over here in Libra. So this is the opposition that's creating the kite. Now, a kite happens when we have an opposition, two planets, two areas of our life, Libra and Aries, that are like tugging and pulling from us. You know, we're in the middle here. So we're having the opposition of the full and the new moon, highlighting these areas of our life that need releasing. And also now we have an opposition of these areas of our life that's creating tension, change, decisions, this way or that way. Then on top of that, we're going to have this triangle. Do you see this triangle right here? This is the grand air triangle, meaning now that Mars is in Libra, an air sign at 1 degrees, he's going to have a conversation with any other planet in an air sign around these degrees. So Uranus is over here at 1 degrees of Gemini, and Pluto's over here around 1 degrees of Aquarius. So this grand air trine, all these areas of life are flowing into each other in your chart. They always do, but now planets are activating. And then you see the opposition. So you're starting to see the kite, right? So the grand air trine with the opposition. And then this is what creates the kite, is the fact that Pluto is sextiling Saturn and Saturn is sextiling Uranus. So you can see here this kite that's being formed in the sky. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 conversations, 6 planets all getting in with each other. But it's a double kite because it's not just with Saturn, it's also with Neptune. So Saturn is having a conversation with Pluto, with Uranus, with Mars. Mars is having these conversations, and then Neptune is also having these same conversations. And who's the ruler of the full moon? The ruler of Aquarius is Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn and Uranus are in a conversation in this kite formation, double kite formation, because it's with Saturn and it's with Neptune. But not only that, we have another kite in the sky. So let me try to highlight this as well. You see another red line. Pluto is opposite Mercury. Mercury is just about done with his retrograde. So he's getting into position almost opposite Pluto. So we have the opposition here, but then you see here that we have Mercury, see this little line here, in a sextile to Mars, in a sextile to Uranus, and then it's creating this other grand air trine, right? The grand air trine. So do you see this kite that I just drew with the opposition? And then this kite that I drew with the opposition. So it's technically 3 kites in the sky. Anytime we have one kite formation in the astrology, because it's so many potent conversations, we see a huge global shift, a huge global event. And it's usually global events that deal with war, surprises, policy changes. Like it's usually something really big. And now we have 3 under a full moon. Like this kite formation could happen at any point in time, any point in the astrology, but it's happening during the full moon. It's going exact at the full moon. And it's involving the rulers of the full moon, Saturn and Uranus. And not only that, it's dealing with all of the outer planets, all the massive planets, all the planets that create change. Pluto, transformation. Saturn, tough love dad, serving karma, right? Rewards and punishments. Neptune, who is about fogginess and hazing and illusion and scamming and like not really knowing what's true, what's not true. Like it's a hard time to find clarity. Uranus, choosing change, blowing things up, sudden surprises, insights, breakthroughs, breakdowns, like all that Uranian left field energy. And Mars, who's the warrior, who is fighting, who's juvenile, who's taking action, right? Who's like blowing things up. And anytime we have Mars and Uranus conversing, whether they're in a conjunction, they're opposition, anytime you put Mars and Uranus together, you have this implosion energy, this inflammation. Mars is like fighting and warrior, the masculine, and Uranus is like, I'll just break it down, right? I'll just erupt something. I'll throw something out of left field. And Pluto's like, I will destroy it. Like literally, I will throw a bomb at it. So, I mean, I wanted to paint this picture so you can see how potent the energy is. And it's really starting from the moment Mars moves into Libra, so the 6th of August, all the way through next week around the 12th of August. Okay, this is all brewing and stewing, and these planets move so slow that this energy is lasting for a minute. Now, what does this mean? How are we going to work with it? Like, what can we expect, right? Because that's kind of the conversation here. So biggest thing to know is that this is a full moon, and full moons always ask us to release, let go, shed, get over something, move on, right? Especially when it's in Aquarius. Aquarius moons are detached. It's time for us to leave the emotions in the past, to get over all of our feelings, and to look at things from a higher conscious perspective. Aquarius is about the future. We don't need to be stuck on what worked and what didn't work. We don't need to be worried about what happened in the past or who did what or when, why, how. It's about the future. So we need to get unstuck. We need to get emotionally detached, and it's time for us to move on. So it's not super emotional. It's like, I got to deal with what's going on right now. Okay. So you're viewing the experience of what is happening around this full moon as an observer. Now, with the fact that there's Saturn and Neptune as the rulers, Saturn says, all right, if we want to move to the future, we need to have new structures, new systems, new rules, new boundaries, new policies, new things in place so that as we build this new future and we let go of the past and we let go of what doesn't work and we let go of what doesn't serve, and we're balancing right now between our old life and our new life. You feel that way too? We still have pieces of our old life, the attachments, the emotions, the stories, the people, the jobs, the experiences, like there's still our old life clinging to us. But on the other side, we see the future. We see the potential. We see the change. We know what we want. We're getting clarity. We're willing to work for it, but like it's still mix and match. It's still a hodgepodge. And the reason for that is because all of these planets, Pluto, for the first time in our entire lives in Aquarius, we don't know what this feels like. It's new. Early degree, it's new. We got 20 years to figure this out. Saturn and Neptune, first time ever in our entire lives. Neptune here. We're still figuring out it's new. It's 1 degree. And Saturn, after 30 years, like it's still new. It's at 1 degree. We got 3 years to learn these lessons and build a structure. It's not happening overnight. And Uranus, for the first time ever in Aquarius, new. We've never felt this before. 1 degree, like this is just the beginning of the next 7 years. These are all new placements. And so we're still getting our bearings. We're still trying to figure out the lessons. Like we're trying to move forward, but like it's so fresh. It's like a toddler energy. It's so immature. We have no idea where all of this is going and we can't quite put our finger on it, but we know that change is happening. We energetically feel it. And so at this full moon, we're like having to let go of some of those things. We're supposed to get rid of the emotional aspect of it. And we have to start building structures so that the new reality looks new. If you don't change your habits, you don't change your routine, you don't change your boundaries, you don't change the systematic approach of how you wake up and go to bed and do all the things in between, you're not going to have a new life. And Uranus keeps saying, choose change, choose change, choose change. I know it's uncomfortable. You might have to do something outside of tradition, outside of society's norms. You might have to be a rebel. You might have to go left when everyone's going right, but choose change, choose change. And this full moon is calling you to let go of the attachments so that you can choose change, so that you can have a new life, right? These two energies together is our manifestations, is our dreams. Neptune is about building a new dream, new Aries. These two are hanging out for a while, right? And they're going to come back together in February. This is so potent. So again, what are we going to do with this energy? What can we expect? So first and foremost, Saturn, Mars, creating the base of this kite, hitting the gas pedal with the e-brake on. Trying to go fast in the left lane, you hit a construction zone and have to veer off the highway. Trying to move forward in a fast, impulsive way because you're so excited and you're so passionate and you want to launch this business and you want to break up with this person and you want to do this and you want to do that. But like Saturn's like, hold up, hold up. If you don't check in, you're going to do it the same way you've always done it. You leave your job, you go to a new job, but you don't have better boundaries. You don't have more systems and processes. You aren't sure of the rules or the payments or the contracts or the obligations or the expectations. Well, that job's just going to be like your old job. Oh, you break up with this person, start dating someone new. If you haven't checked in on the boundaries and how you want to be treated and the type of people you go for, well, this new relationship will look like the old. That's what Saturn's saying. He's like, stop. See how the kite is pointing to Saturn? Stop. You want to take action. You want to be impulsive. You're lit up. But he says, stop, hold up. We can't take the same actions because we're going to get to the same destination. We want to go to a new destination, Aries, right? So it could feel like at this time you're hitting a wall. You're getting a no from somebody. There's a roadblock. But if things aren't moving forward and you're feeling frustrated and you want this new life to begin faster than it's actually manifesting, know that one, it's not going to manifest till next year when these planets come back into Aries. So like we already talked about this, how many times, Astro Family, compound interest, not instant gratification. We already know that. But right now, while you're feeling frustrated, there's Uranus. And Uranus says, here's a surprise solution. Here's a pop-up unexpected thing. This just came out of left field. How about this? How about we add this in? How about we do this different? And Pluto's over here. And Pluto does what? Pluto digs things up. He reveals things. He excavates things. He can be bringing and excavating resources that are necessary. He could be revealing things, helping you see things that you didn't see because they were under the surface. He brings that power, the control that we need. Like, I can overcome this roadblock. I know it's a no now, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep giving it gas and I'm going to keep going. And yes, I might have to get off the highway and I might have to go through a whole roundabout, but I'm going to get back on the highway and I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going home. Definitely ain't going home. I'm going to keep hitting my foot on the gas pedal. I'm going to get through this roadblock because I have the power. I have the control. I have the strength, right? Pluto is like high octane fuel. And the fact that Pluto and Mars are together, this is literally like rocket fuel. I have the gas in my gas tank, right? Pluto's the gas in the gas tank. Mars is in the left lane on the highway, getting to the obstacle, getting to the roadblock, seeing the vision. The vision is the destination. I know I want to get to this destination, but damn Saturn's in the way, that darn crossing guard, that damn construction zone. But look, there's a new way to go. Oh, I've never driven down this road before. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, this scenery, this is amazing. Let me pull over. Let me check in. Wow. I need to come back here, right? There's like a sudden breakthrough and insight. Something that comes up that we're like, wow, that's a surprise. I didn't expect that. This is better than I even anticipated it. And so I let go of the emotion of the roadblock. I let go of all that was holding me back, right? Detaching, seeing the higher perspective, seeing that the journey is part of the destination, right? And being okay with that because I'm doing it in a different way. I'm not going home, which I usually would just go home. I get frustrated, I just go home. But no, I'm going to go on the journey. I'm going to continue the path. So that is so, so big. But these planets are powerful. They are strong. And so what could be coming up at the time are things that are frustrating, that are irritating, that are anger. No joke, when we have Mars opposite Neptune, this can bring up inflammation. This can bring up hidden illnesses. This can bring up things that are below the surface, right? Pluto excavates things, something that needs to be addressed. It can bring up fears. It can bring up confusion. It's time for us to dissolve these things. It's time to address. It's time to be responsible. It's time to take action. It's time to say, okay, this is the thing that's holding me back. It's my mind. This habit, this is holding me back. It's time to detox. This thing needs to be let go. And I need to face it. And it's uncomfortable, but I have the power to do it. It's like you want to jump in, but you don't have the information yet. And the reason I say you don't have the information yet is because we didn't even talk about this other kite here. This other kite is the fact that Mercury is almost done with his retrograde. Not yet. Not until the 11th, 2 more days. And as Mercury comes out of retrograde in Leo, it's like, wow, now I have more confidence. I have more clarity. I can see brighter. I have to speak up, speak my truth, speak authority. I have to share. I have to say something, right? Mercury in Leo, roar a little bit. And so that's just such a beautiful energy on the other side of it. But things can move fast. Things can come out of the blue. We can have sudden, unexpected things. There's a purging energy here. It's about breakdown to break through, having an emotional meltdown, but then saying, okay, this shows me where I haven't done the healing work yet. Or getting a no at work and you're like, fine, if you're not going to give me the promotion or I'm not going to get my way, then I am going to, again, speak up for myself, my talents, my skills, and I am going to take it into my own hands and I'm going to take action to find a new job. But I have to also understand I may not get that tomorrow, so I'm not going to be impulsive about it, but it's the experience, it's the activation. It's like, fine, I got to know. And now that puts more gas in my gas tank, more fuel, more rocket fire in my soul to become an entrepreneur, to change jobs, to change positions. Or maybe it's an argument in your relationship and it's like, oh my God, now I have the fuel, Mars, to take action and overcome this roadblock of moving out or having the tough conversation. Do you see, like, these are some examples? This grand air trine. Air trines. Air is what? Communication, conversations, relationships. This is an energy of dissolving relationships that don't work, but also surprising breakthroughs in relationships. We could see here with just this energy alone of people needing to hire therapists or lawyers, right? Mars in Libra is about taking actions in relationships and alliances. We could see something I really see collectively, and this is kind of on a tangent, but I need to share it real quick, is that this is giving the vibe of like new alliances being formed. So like you're with your coworkers and they also didn't get a promotion or they didn't get a raise or they didn't get what they wanted. So like you and this coworker now form an alliance and you create your own business. Or you talk to your partner's ex and they tell you that they did the same thing to them. And it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like you're having conversations, you're getting information, you're sharing, you're networking, you're getting more data points, especially as Mercury's coming out of retrograde, and you're getting the clarity, you're getting the understanding so that you can take action and it becomes fuel and a catalyst for the change. But the change was uncomfortable, and it was uncomfortable because it's hard, it's Saturn, and it's new and it's unexpected, and you have to take the emotion out of it, which is the overall lesson of the full moon in Aquarius. So I hope that's helpful. Now on the back end of this, let me give you some good news. Is on the back end, in a couple days, on the 12th, we are going to have the most beautiful alignment of the year. Venus and Jupiter together, the benefics are coming together. We love this energy. So whatever happens over the weekend, whatever struggles, whatever frustrations, whatever breakdowns, whatever things get taken away from you, as Pluto brings the transformation and Uranus brings the unexpected, and it can be like it can be emotional, it could be heartbreaking, it could be challenging. Know that on the other end, you're going to get a blessing right away. Like, it's like this whole thing is a blessing in disguise. There is a rainbow after the rain. So really, like, the message I want to leave you with in whatever is going on in your life and what is getting potentized is don't miss the rainbow, okay, in the rain. Because literally, this is the rainbow, and it's after the storm has passed. Don't miss it. Don't be so down and out. Don't be so frustrated by what happens. Don't get so emotional. Don't get so wrapped up in it all. Take that higher Aquarius perspective, the detachment, the calm, cool, collected energy, and look for the rainbow. Look for where all of this is leading, the beautiful benefic planets and the gifts that they're bringing, and the reason for all of it, the blessing in disguise, because it's there and it's coming in next week. So hold on and buckle up and just understand this is part of the process of getting from our old life to the new life. I'm going to give you some rituals that you can do to work with this energy. Since we have an air trine, air all day, work with air. So saging, smoke cleansing, opening your windows, breath work, anything with air, dusting your house, purifying the air, anything like that. Anything with the air, work with the air. Essential oils, diffusing things in the air, getting more air in your lungs, going for walks, using music, singing, instruments, right? These are all like air tools that bring music and beauty into the air. Playing music in your house, maybe it's meditation music, maybe it's jazz, it's like whatever you like. And then I would say anything Aquarius, like volunteering. Aquarius loves volunteering or gathering with people, getting together with friends, or helping humanity in some way. So raising a GoFundMe, like something for humanity. And the last thing would be detaching. So a visualization, any kind of visualization of your old life, leaving it behind, moving forward, whether that's dream journaling, whether it's a vision boarding, anything where you can look forward and letting go of the past. So I'm going to leave it at that. I know there's so much more to talk about. We are going to break down some of these aspects individually over the next couple days, as this is going to be potent all the way till Monday and even into Tuesday. So we will layer, we will get more information, but now you kind of see the overlying energy around this full moon. Send you guys so much love and light. I know this one won't be easy for everyone. Some people may not notice it at all. Depends on your own birth chart. If you need more help, more clarity, more understanding, we can always do a mini session. And just know, when this full moon is done, we are going into eclipse season, as the next new moon is going to be in Virgo, and that's where the South Node is waiting for us. So we are going to have a very potent, almost 8-week eclipse season coming up. As soon as this full moon completes, eclipses eclipse in new things. We've got 2 new moons in Virgo back to back. So a blue moon, an ecliptic blue moon. New is around the corner. We got to get through this right here, right now. Okay, everyone, sending you so much love. Bye, Astro family.